which way you're going to stand. And stand for Jesus Christ is the only way.
Amen.
All right. You said so. These are some of the things we were talking about, and this here is very serious because these are not things that are taken lightly. There's a lot of things that I find out that I'm not supposed to find out about, but this is where Israel is working with these entities, and he calls them entities. They're fallen angels. He actually made the mistake of telling me that one day. Some people call them aliens, right? And he tells me that they have upwards to 1,000 IQ. According to the man that actually works directly with them. I can tell you, not only has he told me this, but I have a friend that also works at the Pentagon, and I can narrow it down for you to say this much. He also advises the President of the United States whether or not we go to war. And this is something that I'm not supposed to speak about, but I will tell you this much. He has confirmed also that our government works with these entities. And he told me he would deny it if I ever said that to you. Okay? The genetics they want is for cells to be in a supercomputers to interact with this data. They are able to get a visualization of what they're dealing with, but they keep having all sorts of problems of keeping the visualization stable. There has been fires and expansions of equipment burned out. Each time you see a dot, it's changing from another time that we're discussing things, and I just transcribe things out. What has happened is he and his research has sort of been taken over by the people. He cannot argue or complain to. I asked if this is the government, and he said they're more powerful than any government, and he has to do what they tell him to do. The man I was just with is on the level or beyond Geordie Rose of D-Wave, but a level or two beyond what D-Wave is doing. Israeli, by the way, D-Wave, I believe, works with quantum physics. He said the Israelis is adding methamphetamines and nitrous oxide and steroids. That's just his expression. It's not. Somebody asked me later, they're really using methamphetamines over there? Maybe so, I don't know. That's my best explanation from what I've been told. They are advising us, advising U.S. and European interests. Israel is so far ahead and deep with dimensions and entities that they are having problems understanding and deciphering the data coming. It's beyond our human comprehension and capabilities. AI and humans tested and hooked up had to do it, and that takes time to know. It is accurate decodes. Let me just say this here in closing now. He wrote me recently again, and he said I got more information about it. But what he's talking about here, I can also confirm from Pentagon sources too, that says that we are way in over our heads. And that source also said to me, he said, you know, Steve, and this was not a letter. He said, I'm afraid to even speak to you about this. He said, but I have a feeling that Israel is going to produce the Antichrist. And he said, I have been a Zionist my whole life. I'll leave that in.